I'm very happy to welcome him here tonight. Please welcome Brendan D'Souza!
Oh, make me over. I'm all I wanna be.
Holy shit, guys, how you doing? Oh my god, what a great intro. I remind Andrew of himself and his pubis. Oh, what a time. This is exciting. No, that's a great reaction. Thank you. I get it. I understand. I surprise a lot of audiences. I'm just as surprised if all you guys are. I also had no idea gay men came in this color. It's cool. I also thought we all looked like Neil Patrick Harris. It's a little known fact about gay men. We actually don't have ethnicities. We just come in 8 designer shades. They are, thank you for asking, peach, cream, peaches and cream, English lace, Malibu summer, Ryan Murphy presents, special snowflake, and sorry, I don't date Indians. I know, it must suck to have to hear that. Listen, I think we can all agree the worst feeling in the world is when you realize the guy whose dick you just finished sucking is a racist. Am I right, ladies? Yeah, we know what I'm talking about. We all get it. You're at the hookup. You want to leave. He wants to cuddle. You're like, I'll throw you another bone. And you're lying there, and he goes, yeah, I didn't think this was going to work out at first because your picture looked a little Middle Eastern, but this was fine. Yeah. It's funny you should mention that, Josh. I was actually just looking at your penis and thinking, because you're uncircumcised, your hooded white dick looks like a member of the KKK. But this was fine. Oh, I'm doing really well, guys. Guys, you're new and exciting for me. I turned 25 2 weeks ago. Thank you. 25 is weird because, physically I look 25. Mentally, I'm struggling with long division, and I sound like a high school freshman auditioning for a community theater production of Pinocchio. One day I'll be a real boy, and until then, we're kind of just stuck with this. I spent my 25th birthday waiting for my boyfriend to leave his apartment so I could scrounge up enough change in his apartment to buy myself a haircut, and I still wore a bandana here tonight. I'm doing great. I shaved the sides of my head because I wanted to look like a dragon. I ended up looking like a horse with a mood disorder. And I am. No. My boyfriend also turned 25 this month. I think he's doing it a lot better than I am. He's got a university education, is financially stable, can grow a beard. I have a really strong belief that opposites attract, and I have so much anxieties about my relationship. Oh my God. Okay, listen, I'm aware that my relationship is the best thing currently going on in my life. And I'm aware that on any given day, there's a truckload of crazy I'm bringing with me to the table. So there's a laundry list of things I could do to just torpedo the whole thing. You know what I'm talking about? Who's in a relationship here? Make some noise if you're... Cool. So you know those things you could do to just ruin the whole thing? Yeah? No? Okay, great. Anyone who's in a relationship, not in a relationship, I describe those relationship anxieties as that feeling of you're waiting for the subway and you're standing on the platform and a kid runs in front of you on the yellow part and you're like, I could just do it. He's a kid, he wouldn't be able to stop me. I could just push him. And so that's how I feel about my relationship. I don't want to push it in front of a train, I should actively remind myself not to. You know what I'm talking about? No? Okay, I'm gonna give you an example of one of my anxieties, just to help you out. It's that feeling of if you're in a relationship, if you've been in a relationship, it's that feeling of you're at home with your partner, you're just lying in bed, watching TV or something, and your partner's lying there watching whatever's on the screen, and you're lying there thinking, if I move fast enough, could I smother you with this pillow? Could I grab this pillow, hold it down long enough, could I kill you? Essentially, is kind of, you know what I'm talking about? No? We don't get it. Okay, listen, there's a couple of issues with this line of thinking, guys. Number one, say I'm able to get the full weight of my beef jerky and paperclip frame over this pillow and hold it down long enough that I've killed him. I've just killed him! The love of my life, for the sake of this joke. I can't tell the future. But I've just killed him, you know? I have to go back to being single. I have to go back to sleeping alone. I have no one to finish watching the Ted Bundy tapes with. It's a rough time. But on the other potentially worse hand. Say I, get this pillow over his head and I hold it down long enough that he knows what's happening, but he fights me off and lives. Can you imagine how awkward that would be? Oh my God. Can you imagine the conversations you'd have to have? Do you stay? Do you go? Do you stay together? Do you find a way to work through it and become stronger as a couple? Except now he's got this leverage over you for the rest of your time together. Every time you want to make a decision, he's like, well, remember that time you tried to kill me? Keeps making these dumbass decisions until one day you just snap and smother him with a pillow. You know what I mean? Is this not relatable content? I'm painting a really bad picture of my relationship, and I'm aware of it. Listen, we're in a really good place. We love each other. I love him. We're really great, which is why over the Christmas holidays, I brought my boyfriend home with me to meet my parents because I wanted to show him the next stage in a slow burn dissolution of a marriage. And just what's coming down the pipeline. And I feel like everyone over the holidays has family traditions. It's not this holiday until this happens. And in my family, it's just not Christmas until my mother has told someone that they've ruined Christmas. And I thought it was going to be me this year because right before we went into my Nana's house, my mom pulls me aside and goes, don't introduce Karis as your boyfriend. Don't tell Nana you're gay yet. Some of us don't know what that means. My mom told me to go back into the closet for Christmas. Guys, that's insane. And she also said in the most fucked up way, she was like, don't tell Nana you're gay yet. I was like, what does that mean? When can I bring a boyfriend home? She said, when she's dead. Which is a bananas thing to say about your mother to your son. Because here's the position that puts me in. Because up until now, I've kind of had the same relationship to my grandparents' mortality that you would have with a favorite pair of jeans. I know they're old, I know they're worn out, but I love them and I want to hold on to them for as long as possible. But now, because my mom said, don't come out as gay until your Nana's dead, I'm kind of in this position where I'm rooting for Nana to die. I kind of have to go home next with fingers crossed that she fell asleep in front of the TV and forgot to unplug the pressure cooker. It's a weird place to be. And here's the thing. As a queer person, I should have been outraged. I should have put my foot down. I should have been I'll absolutely not repress a fundamental part of who I am for the comfort of a straight person. There's nothing wrong with who I am. There's nothing wrong with who I love. There's nothing wrong with being queer. Thank you. No, I should have said that fully. I should have. But as a child of the 90s who grew up watching the protagonists of teen sitcoms solve all their problems with subterfuge and hijinks, I was like, oh boy, a scheme. By the time we got in the house, I completely changed character. I was only answering my straight name, Brent. I dropped my Pinocchio voice right down in the basement. I was calling everyone bro. At one point, my grandpa had to tell me to stop saying crushin' puss. So I can't win as a gay or a straight person. The entire scheme did unravel when my grandpa asked me why Karis and I kept going to the bathroom together. I was like, 'cause I'm crushing that puss. And it didn't go over well. Nana was very upset, and it sucked. It's a very special kind of rejection when someone you love doesn't accept you for who you are. It sits with you in a way that few things will, and it sucked for a very long time, and it was bad. But good news, Grandpa loved Karis, and next day, Boxing Day morning, went out, bought Nana a pressure cooker. Happy New Year. Guys, have a great rest of your show. Give it up for Andrew Johnstons.